Sorry about the delay in the start. Twice. You should see what they were telling about or saying about me in the Discord server. I swear. Oh shoot, I just realized I didn't bring a cup of water. I've only got my coffee. Oh well. Anyway, today we are on the final day of me being unemployed. And the final day of trying out classes on live stream. I'll give the last one a try all on its own, but for today we're just going to use the last class, Star Caller, and give it a fair shake, the same way I have been this entire time. Yeah, we'll just stick with that. I actually already crafted my level 60 weapon, because yesterday we were able to do a pretty good job farming gold, so I was able to create one, I just wasn't able to fortify it. Alright, Star Caller, and of course, we have to start by reading over all of the nodes on the Envoy path first. Alright, as usual, I think best way to go about it is just reading all of the nodes, that like the special nodes around the outside, and then figuring out from there which ones we want to aim for. Takes more Holy Light and Thunder damage. That sounds good. Okay, Starlight Claw was good in the other game, but it's not going to be here because there are no enemies that we have so far that have a pen shield. So this tenacity reduction, that's the pen shield. We don't need that because nothing has a pen shield right now. Holy Light skill damage, we don't need that because I'm going to play Lightning. HP and damage, that's kind of whatever. Thunder skill damage, we definitely need that one. And we don't need Rainbow Strike increasing pen because we don't have enemies with pen. Okay, so we want the middle, bottom, and top left. That's kind of annoying. Alright, well these move speed nodes are completely useless. It's so little it doesn't mean anything. So we'll go that way to get to that one. Starlight Meteor is one of the lightning ones, right? Hold on. We have Dragon Cannon. Oh, I already got that. Starlight Bombardment. And Starlight Meteor. I think it's probably like that I want it. And then Sugar Comet means we're on the wrong path for lightning. But yeah, Starlight Meteor is one of our skills. We're going to want those. Suppose we'll kind of just snake down here to get to... Oh no, that's the one we don't want. Probably want those. And then it's not a lot of crit damage either, but... Would I rather have HP and damage over 3% here? No, probably not. 1% maybe, so if we go like that... Oh, and that still doesn't free one up for that. Never mind. Unlich, yes, maybe we saved the best for last, but it was based on the poll, so... I think this is what we want to do. Do we really need skill cooldown? How long is the cooldown on Starlight Bombardment? I mean, it's only 2%. That's nothing. We're going to take that and then take a damage increase instead. It's not like there's any nebula nodes, right? I feel like that's probably the better one. But yeah, Rainbow Star is going to do nothing. Starlight Claw is going to do nothing. We're not playing Holy, so we don't want the Holy node. And that's Lightning, and that one's got Lightning but buff. So I think that's what we want to do, because wasting 3 Envoy nodes on just 3% move speed is even once we lose our 100% buff after 7 days. We've still got a couple more days. But even after we lose that, I don't think 3% move speed is worth 3 Envoy nodes. Alright, we're locking in. And I'm going to go ahead and just switch immediately over to the other path. We are going to do both paths just to get the points on it, but I'm probably still going to stick with using lightning. So we got ourselves a nice little antelope lightning main weapon. We're still using Harvey sub-weapon. I didn't do anything about my my top set, but I did fortify my gloves to plus 15. Hello, Rain! Yeah, I got my accessories up to plus 10. I still haven't really messed around too much with trophies. I'm not even sure what the meta trophy sets are going to be, but I kind of like having the healing. And this one has plus 45% damage if the target's a boss monster, although it is only one attack every 15 seconds. Oh, are you ready? Irene, are you here to run with me? Oh, I would love to do the works today. Oh, we have a new member. Do we have more new members? Yes, we do. Ooh, I don't know who this Bebas person is, but they sure put in their contribs. Yeah, I'm gonna goof around a little bit before immediately jumping in. I'd love to fortify the Yes, the guild is open. They bullied me into opening up the guild to everybody. Oh, shoot. There's a new code today, isn't there? Where's the new code? I actually put all the links in the description of the video this time, so rather than pinning something, you should be able to go there, but I can't see the description, so hold on. Let me go back to my channel and find the link myself. Oh, no need. I open up the video and then I can hear my own voice. Hey, wait, I thought I put the link in there. Oh no, I put it on the other video that I published, the one about the grinding LP. Giveaway codes updates daily. So today's code is Impact Up. And again, you guys can't see me entering the code because it's on a different window. Voila, we got some star shuffles, but obviously the only Eidolon I'm worried about for stars right now is Tyr, and I'm not shuffling his because his are perfect for star color. How's the game? Rain, what are you talking about bullying? I was absolutely being bullied over in the Discord. They don't understand at all. Yeah, there's one more code today. It's Impact Up. Impact Up is the code for today. Yume, it's hello. I'm still trying to figure out what I think, only because once I finish testing out all of the classes and I've got my hands on gear, I don't know what the end game is going to be left to be. It's just like farming LP and looking cute, which is fine because I love it. And guys. Costumes. It's called enchantment cards, but if you come over here. I need this. I absolutely need this. Like, I need the LP for this. Alright, gotta run a couple solo dungeons just to get some gold in here because you can see I don't have much and I want to fortify up my weapon to at least plus 10. And yes, Adria, there was a really great discussion going on in the Discord this morning about the new class. Oh shit, you're already grabbing party mode quests while I'm about to goof around in here. Right, I gotta get things on the buttons I like, so 3 is the gap closer. Yes. Wow, it feels weird to be hugging a plushie. Punch that out. Come on. Oh, that's satisfying. Good range. And then yeah, I think after I get my weapon to +10, grab the quests and start running. Wait, is Tyr out here? He's not. Yeah, that's really satisfying. Best Eidolon for Wizard, you mad bro. Starts with the question, what element are you playing? Because if you're playing fire... element, what element are you playing? So if you're playing Fire Wizard, Landland Cat is a pretty good choice, actually. But I've noticed that he's not very free-to-play friendly because the tradable keys, or sorry, the non-tradable keys can't be used to start him, I believe. I believe that was the case. I don't know if that was a bug or if it's been fixed or something, but that was what I remember us talking about the other day. So with that being said, the next alternative for that is Uriel. Uriel for fire is actually pretty similar to Landline Cat, possibly a little bit better. And you will be able to start them up in the LP store, so it's free to play friendly-ish. It's just you're gonna have to farm a lot of LP. Oh, I think I needed that one. I'm trying to craft all of the high-level accessories. That way I can swap them out and see whether or not the speed set with the lower crit damage or the no speed set with the higher crit damage is better. Yeah, it was easy. I mean, it's solo mode, so of course it's easy, but... Alright, where are my accessory for... No, weapon forts, weapon forts. Oh, my inventory's a mess. Alright, now we stare. Oh, this yeah, I saw a person in World Chat is asking about how many coins it takes to finish a wish, and I used all the coins that we got from the pre-registry to completely max out Tyr's wish. It'll cancel, but I'll show you guys. Eidolon wish. Yeah, I'm maxed as. Is it 64? I think so. It was the number that they gave you, but I forget how many it was. Yep, back to fortifying. And then I gotta clean my inventory, grab the quest. You actually get a bit of flat stats for it. I'll show you again after I finish this, because every time I open the menu, it'll stop and then I'll forget what we were doing. Just because I'm so locked in, you know? I had 20G, it should be enough. Now, best case scenario would be it didn't use the potential. And yes, there are Otherworld daily quests from Mirabelle, but we weren't able to find a way to get into those instances. I ran over to the spots for them and just nothing triggered, so I've been ignoring them. Alright, my guy, let's go get some quests. They do be borked. And he's not there. A Cacticara, obviously we aren't going to get the, obviously we're not going to be able to get the LP from it because it's still broken, but at the very least, it's worth getting the guild contribs. Oh, sorry, whoever tried to, that was probably you, Rem, but, because I was, talking to the NPC, it cancelled. That reminds me, I should greet some people. I'll greet the people that have level 2 friendship first, because those give a little bit more LP, and then I'll just kind of not look at the names and greet some people randomly. Oop, sneak at the bottom there. You only get 10. I don't know. Who are we kidnapping? We only have space for one more though. Candio Marsh. Guild contribs level up your guild, but they don't add to the shared guild funds. So leveling up your guild will allow you to have more members. At level 3, it'll unlock your emblem, and I believe level 4 will unlock, yeah, level 4 unlocks the guild hall. But I believe, yeah, we'll have to wait until we get to level 3 to actually show you, but there should be an NPC that sells ore and stuff for guild points that you can use your own personal guild points on, or you can donate them to the guild and then the guild can rent to NPCs, but we have to be level 5 for that anyway, and as you can see, some of the costs are pretty astronomical. Dracio. I can only take one more, so... I guess just in order, Ventos Prairie first. Oh shoot, on my inventory. I gotta do something about my inventory, or we're gonna be toast before I've even finished like 3 dungeons. Condensed essence, that's nothing item. Specific quests will do it. So you have the Mirabelle... Where on earth is the quest here? Oh. You have the Mirabelle daily quests at the board. The return to dungeon quests at, on each map. And then you have... I did grab Alabastrin. G'day Glen, Candio Core, Deep's Cavern, Wrathborn. I got 5. But yeah, after you finish all of these quests, and when you turn them in, you'll get 10. The Mirabelle board quests, they also give you 10. You can see them listed as the little blue icon on the quest rewards, tokens, guild points, and experience. And then you have the quests on Vulture's Vale and Blizzard Berg. Those all give you 5 each. Unlit, if you want to shout something if you're in the guild and guild chat so Rem can invite you, and then we'll have to... Yeah, oh, you're right, I didn't grab Minor Step. I am very smart. Clearly, I do not have enough coffee. That makes sense. I was wondering why it felt like I shouldn't have been able to take one of the top level maps. Hello, Realistica! Envoy path right here. So I've targeted the lightning damage node down here, the lightning damage node here, this node here, and this node here you can ignore. And if you're playing Holy, you're going to want to take this node up here. But otherwise, I'm not 100% sure that this is the best Envoy I could have made, but it feels like the best that I can do with what I've got right now. Oh yeah, I can put some more points into speed. Speed! Undit, you said you wanted to join, but, were you able to whisper Rem? Oh, masteries. Ah, shoot, I don't even really know what to do. Dragon Cannon... I guess we're gonna have to just use the ones for the skills that we know, eh? Increases damage. Damage taken. Probably that. Unyieldingness, because I just like that little bit of heal. Everyone's probably using break defense, so maybe that's not even the best one to use here. You know what? Somebody else is probably using break defense. I'm going to use organized sabotage. There. Yes, dumb truck. I'm sorry that I had to call you that. You have to redo your weapon mastery leveling up on every character, and that's actually how you level up these slots here. So your total number of weapon mastery across all of your classes unlocks these additional weapon gem slots. When you switch class, it changes because I hadn't played this class before, but if I switch back, it'll go back to what it was when I was on that class. Hello, W. Lados? The game is brand new. It just came out within the last week, so absolutely good for newcomers. Everybody's new. Whoa, Rain, how did you get more gems? I haven't gotten a single gem drop. Wait, why am I chit-chatting when I should be cleaning my inventory? Eidolon food. Who should I be? Yardaros. Yardaros, pal. I don't like that the Eidolon resonance actually just takes your lowest level in the list. I thought it would be the average. Oh, dang, you got them from solos? That's lucky. I've literally not gotten a single one dropped. The second one you see is from my alt account, or my alt character, sorry, who I just fed, or I just stole it from. It's okay that we ended up delaying a bit here because I still needed to clean my inventory a bit. I gotta put all this ore back in my bank. That's what's going on here. Oh, I didn't know you were Haruna! I'm sorry, I didn't realize what name you're using in-game. Refining bank. Just stick all of that in there. As much as will fit anyway. Oh, it's not mandatory to join the guild. Don't worry about that. I think I've got enough of these for the low level. I can probably just get rid of them. I don't really need those. I could sell that. I should use that. Oh, inventory. Yeah, there's a lot of guilds right now. Oh, there we go. Promote. And then I'm just going to quickly hop by Helonia Coast for my secret refining shortcut. Slap that on there. Do I think I can open and feed my Eidolons all my emblems before we start? Probably not. Alright, I'm as ready as I'm ever gonna be. Oh. Oh shoot, and I'm not even on channel 1. Like I said, we should to make sure that it's not borked. I've got a habit of just going into channel 4. Way back in the day, channel 4 was my vibe when we had 8 channels, and then when they switched it to 4 channels, I switched to channel 3. But we're still not 100% certain exactly what the conditions that will make it so that your character doesn't end up in the dungeon are. I feel like it might just be Navia. Man, those titles that are actually giant pictures, they're huge. And they don't scale with how far away you are. Oh, no, they do. Just Navia, huh? What pet do I recommend? I would think probably getting a pet with just lightning skill damage or holy skill damage. Oh, Eidolon would be Aichi could really. You guys even realize that there's people harassing me, being mean to me in both the original AK Discord with the fish and the new Aura Kingdom Impact Discord with the Yandere thing at the same time. I'm being attacked on all fronts. I think we had somebody but yes, Powell, I'm thinking right now here is a really good choice because he's got the lightning damage, but there was another lightning Eidolon. Who was it? Yes, it is Indie-sama. Eidolon is Fox Girls. Yeah, I think you might be thinking of Alina or Kotonoha. Gosh, it's really hard for me to hit anything. These people are too strong for this dungeon. So I'll wait until the boss is vulnerable with my 2 blue wings and then throw Nebula on him. Yeah, these wizards with their giant AoEs, they are absolutely killing it. Ah, but I got the aggro, so that means I'm the best, right? Oh dear. Kotono has been fun for healing, like being a pocket healer. See this person in guild in the party chat said they want me to sign their forehead. um, I think you're probably thinking of Alina. So Alina's got just basic damage stars. I don't know if this is detailed or regular damage. And then she's also got a little bit of a heal, which this will be improved once you level her up, because right now I've got her level 1. And then a status that makes the target take more damage, but this is kind of like a general sort of skill set. It's not specific to, it's not specific to any individual element. Alina kind of is universal. And the other thing I'm going to point out there is you see that 3-star buff that's not highlighted? That's for when you infuse her on, that's for when you infuse her on a skill. So she has a skill that increases the skill range by 1 meter, meaning that you probably want to throw that on your best skill if it's a single target damage skill on a class that doesn't have one. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to focus on fighting because I'm going to miss all the targets if I keep reading chat. I'm sorry. Oh, Ash is not even capped level yet. Very nice. I think it's probably better because we're only using 3 skills. So if at any point during our rotation we don't have like we don't have a lightning skill to use, it's probably better to have lightning than it is, like being able to keep use lightning skills, than it is to have more crit rate. That's the way that the beta developed in the previous game. So if that ends up being wrong here, maybe, but the way that the class works and that you only really are going to be using these 3 or these 4 skills, the cooldown reduction is important. Oh, yeah. Quickly turn that in. Stellar Saphir. I'm actually gonna go out and say if you're playing as a Dark Stellar Saphir, you might want to use Chiyu. Chiyu. She doesn't have damage stars, but it's gonna take you a while to get to building up on the Eidolon stars anyway. So this skill is what I'm thinking. It increases damage taken from Dark Attribute. But otherwise, Alucard is free and he's got dark damage. He's got dark damage on the stars. Playing as Duelist on second wep for buff crit. No, that's actually probably pretty good. I'm just being lazy and not adjusting my subclass because it's the only one that I'm not going to get a chance to test live. And if the bosses get a little bit harder, and by that I mean once the bosses get a little bit harder, I'll be able to use Instant Thunder to debuff the target so they take more lightning damage. So that'll actually work in my favor a little bit. It's not as zero synergy as it was when I was doing Duelist main. But I should open my boxes. How much LP? 100, 150, so that's 250 there. And 250 again. Every day we get a little bit closer. I don't think we'll get the GG box. I just don't think it's going to be possible. Lind said that they were able to damage the target, but oh yeah, I reckon we're going with 4. They were able to damage the target by using reflect damage, but even then they weren't able to kill the targets because I didn't get the full detail of why, but they weren't able to kill the targets. NHA, hello. Yes, the dungeons are only once daily, and I think the reason why they did that is because they realized that there wasn't that much endgame. And the way they tried to, like, sell it was that you weren't going to be just spending all day grinding in dungeons anymore, and that's fair. You're not, because you can't. But it makes me wonder what the endgame is really going to be like once I've finished dealing with all my classes. Oh, I probably should not have used that skill. Gaia Emblem 50% HP. That's very impressive of a stat. I haven't actually looked at all the things that you can re-roll on the Gaia emblems, but I mean, you might just want to keep that one and nab another one to keep re-rolling, right? Aichi, what are you talking about? This is just regular star color animation. No, Aichi, are you even playing this game? I thought you were still in the OG. Because no Grenadier. Yeah, I didn't think that you were interested in playing other classes. We don't have goats. Maybe Aichi needs to come to this server so that we can have goats. Not gonna lie, when I saw that BV and BB were there, I was like, oh yeah, goats. So the fact that they're not there. Hello, Lord Zane. It took me about, I'm going to say, probably somewhere in the range of 10 to 11 hours, but keep in mind that I was goofing around live streaming. I think that if someone were to just lock in and actually properly go for it, it would not take anywhere near as long. You can definitely do it in one day without a reset. Unfortunately, I don't know that there's gonna be a fix for the lag in Navia, because it's just the fact that it's one channel and that's where all the players are. Alright, I guess we'll have to run one more time without Haruna to get the... And then we'll get Haruna back and we'll keep going. Oh, I feel so optimistic about our abilities today. And the guild points tick up. Hey, should we try to get our guild emblem before the end of the day? Hello, Myriad. Unfortunately, evasion has always kind of been a moot point. So it is kind of nice to avoid me taking damage sometimes, but the problem is it doesn't work on the carpets. So even though you've got evasion, you're still gonna have to like dodge all the carpets, which kind of means that you can't really rely on it as your main way to avoid taking damage. So, ooh, we have more randoms. Yeah, the carpet skills, the ones that were one-shotting us yesterday, those are the ones that evasion's not going to work on. So, in the previous game, evasion was basically only for PvP. Yo, plus 30 full. I've got one armor piece at plus 15. Oh, we have somebody joined. We can promote them. I need to get 2 more blue wings before we get to the boss. They got enough DPS, they can handle them. We're just kind of cakewalking our way through here. Armor pieces with evasion on them. I mean, each armor set's 4 stats on them are set. So as you can see, I am using armor that has evasion on it, right? You can see that I've got evasion on the hood of the Devourer. It's gonna be that way. That's the set stat that it's gonna have. Nothing you can do about that. It just is what it is. Just don't put any points in there. Man, that skill that Rem was using there has 0 cooldown. You can just spam it for a light show. The way that we've kind of been theory crafting so far is Devourer top set and a Revelation bottom set, and the reason for that is that the Revelation top set has 15% crit damage as its bonus, whereas the Devourer top set is just 15% damage against bosses. So if you're not getting 100% crit damage, like if your crit rate isn't 100%, Your Devourer top set is going to be better than your Revelation top set. But 30% crit damage against bosses. We're pretty confident that that's the way to go right now. Accessories, I think the way I forget which ones we were talking about. I think it was the 4% crit damage ones that have speed is the recommendation right now. But I am using one of the 8% crit damage ones. Oh, you went full Devour, eh? To be fair, if your crit damage is that high, it might make a significant difference. But you also have to get your crit rate up, so don't forget about that. I would like to actually properly test stuff, but I feel like that's a little bit boring in live stream, and I am going back to a full-time job starting tomorrow. So it'll be a little bit slower trying to put out some kind of guide content. I wonder what happens if a party of 2 queues while we're a party of 4 queuing. Can I even look at the queue menu? I'm sorry I'm splitting you over the chat, Tarna. I don't know if we're going to get anybody else with us on this one. Yeah. It's kind of blocked by my character here, but... Crit damage overall and crit damage versus bosses count as different damage bracket? No, they do not. So if you come over to your detail list, you're going to go to your offensive, and mine says crit damage for all targets is 21 and 82 against bosses. So I'm going to add together 82 and 21, and that's your total. So you got to be careful not to overcap if once you get to a little bit later in the game. Because your crit damage cap should be 3. Actually, that's a good point. Wizard had a base... The base stat of the Wizard in the previous game had an extra 100% on its crit cap on the middle node. Rem, do you want to check the middle node of your Envoy to check whether or not you still have 100% more crit damage cap than everybody else? You. Oh, sorry, you're a floating cannon. I saw the wizard skills, and I swear that you were a wizard. My apologies. You can report me now. I don't know. Everybody's sub-wizard. That's why there's so many wizard skills flying about, but somebody else is using the lightning skill, so I'm not even bothering to try to apply the debuff. I'm just stealing everybody else's. Oh, and of course now this time nobody used the lightning skill. I'm gonna trigger that LB. There we go. I probably shouldn't have used that on that mob. I should have just let somebody else take it out so I could save my blue wings. Oh, it's only 33% now. Okay, that's fair because it was crazy high. 100% extra crit damage cap. Ah, Toto's trophy, eh? Oh, I probably should have used that first. Really, after all that, there was only 1 point extra? Well, I'm glad they at least kept some cap, because that's what I said on my pre-release video when we didn't have all the information about the classes, is that the wizard had a higher crit damage cap than everybody else. So, at least I'm not a liar. Now, I know a couple people in the Discord were saying that they were having issues with the dungeon queuing. Oh, I think someone didn't accept it. Or was this the channel issue? Powell, you are correct. There was an item. There was an item that would allow you to do that in the OG Aura Kingdom. And given how expensive, like gold-wise, it looks like it'll be, even though the items required to fortify your gear are completely free-to-play accessible, the amount of gold it's going to take seems to be quite astronomical. So I don't know whether or not they will release that. Rain, I think you might have to kick the streamer person out of the party. Yeah. I don't know whether or not they're going to release the ability transfer scrolls. Miss Rame, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to cut back on that, but a lot of people are still saying it is anyway. I kind of disagree. There's nothing that's literally paywalled. I'm completely free to play with the exception of somebody sent me or two people sent me small presents, and like I feel like I'm keeping up DPS wise, despite the fact that I'm not even specializing in one class. I'm literally just trying a new class every day, which means my gear is basically being reset every day, right? I feel that it's been a pretty smooth experience as a free-to-play player. And all of the costumes, like all of the cosmetics, are all available in the LP store, which is in-game farmable currency. And we're running low-level dungeons right now, which is why everybody's absolutely nuking everything. Good class, but can solo farm. I really liked solo farming on my Tachi. I don't know if that's going to be the best class for it. I'm actually kind of feeling, now that I'm in Starcaller, that Starcaller might, because it's still got the range, but because all of its skills, like some of the classes, they've only got one or two skills that are their element. But for Starcaller, you can literally use only lightning skills. That way you can only, like, you can focus on specifically just that element. But I swear, you're gonna, every day anybody asks me what class they should play, it's gonna be the class that I'm currently playing, because I'm having fun with it. But you can actually just swap your class at any time. Like, it's completely free. It's got a 10-second cooldown, and as long as you're gonna have to find a new weapon for them, but you're not locked in. None of the choices that you make are set in stone and will ruin your account, so to speak. Alright, let's check out those LP bags while we wait for the boss to spawn. What we get? Ooh, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 from that one. And 150 from that one. Plus an extra 50 from one of the bosses. Oh, and that achievement got me some LP too. And that boss dropped some LP. Speed. Gonna go turn in Miner's Step real quick. Here. I just love my little guy. I think I'm just happy to be playing a class that is actually lightning element so that my tier stars that I put so much investment into were actually worth having. And by stars, I mean single star. I've only got him at 1 star. Now, it would make a lot more sense for me to save up LP and 2-star tier, especially if I want to focus on a lightning element class like Star Caller. But I really, really want the Alucard mount that's like, what do you call it? Princess Carry? I just want it. Yeah, where did it go? Costumes, enchantment cards is the name of the category for some reason, but it's over here. I need a slightly more than yeah, a little over 5,500 LP, and yeah, I want it. I want it so bad. Other lightning Eidolon worth using? Great question. I kind of got distracted last time we were talking. Was it Kusanagi? Preview, come over here. Eidolon. Was it Kusanagi? Yes, Kusanagi's got lightning skill, damage, he's got a dot, increased team damage, and then just a regular skill. Tyr's got some more debuffs. Yes you can, Mizraim, you can do fishing. I was doing a little bit of it off stream, but I haven't worked on it a ton. Oh shoot, I used that at the wrong time. Yep. Chest. Although I guess dragon points don't matter that much for me right now since I've already finished my 50,000 for the month. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have used a skill... no, you know what? It's not too late. I'm going to use a mastery pass. And I'm going to quickly switch path for a bit. I'm sorry guys, I'm not going to be outputting damage for the rest of this dungeon. The Sugar Comet... Yeah, Sugar Comet counts as a, Okay, but this is what I wanted. I wanted all the points. So just for this one run, we're gonna run on the bad path. And I'll switch back. That way I can hit the blue tier Star Collar as quickly as possible, so I don't look so casual. Actually, I should probably just switch back now. 16, 17, 18. I'm sorry I'm on the bad path. Actually I'll just use this, why not? It shouldn't be. It should go all the way up to gold when you've got 60 or 120 total points, but getting to that high is going to take quite a decent amount of grinding. Oh, there's a chest under Argus too. So there is. I don't want to nuke them both though. Alright, then we can switch back and now we're blue. Fill up my speed and then I'll go a little bit of HP because I like having health. It's Probably not meta. Hello Arcan. Right now, it doesn't look like there are extra character slots available in the LP store or the cash shop, so that's, what do you mean, why not move speed, Rain? I've still got my 100% move speed buff. I don't need move speed right now. I'll need it later. Not right now. Hey, we got a 5th! Now, the benefit of queuing with parties is we did have some people that were saying in the Discord that they were worried because people were, they were worried that there were people that were, just quitting the game, or quitting to kick you out of the dungeons. Oh no, they were in Channel 7! Oh no. Yeah, so it does appear that you have to be in the same channel. So we've got the move speed buff, which means that we should still get our item in the mail. But even if this person comes in, I don't know that they'll get the buff. Yeah, I don't see them getting the buff, so they're probably not going to get their LP. Yeah. Yeah, we're at first boss. Which buff are you talking about? The one that is, the one that is you can't do any trading? Yes, the Godly Paste Flash, that's a nice 30% move speed buff as well. It'll expire in 30 days, so after that it'll be even slower. I get why they gave everybody the move speed, because everybody loves move speed, but there's not very many sources of move speed in the game, especially since they nerfed like the Envoy paths and whatnot. So I'm worried that as soon as everybody's move speed drops down, it's not even really going to be that much fun, especially when you might have a couple players that started a couple days later. And so you'll have a couple people running like madmen way up front in the dungeons, and then everybody else is just kind of vibing in the back, not being able to keep up. Oh, I should throw out that. It doesn't, but it only lasts for a week. It lasts for 7 days since you started the game. Wait, the Godly Paste Flash? No, the Godly Paste Flash should count down. It just lasts 30 days, right? Yeah, so we got the LP box there, but I'm guessing that our, Wait, no, they do have the 10% move speed buff. Maybe they did get it after all. That's 250. And then 200. And I had a lot better luck yesterday. I got a couple 600s yesterday. Someone's inventory is full too. Alright, well, before we do the next one, I definitely need to do a little bit of inventory management. Let Rem exit first so they can be the party leader. Yeah, we'll just kind of clear out some stuff. Open these all up. Already collected, already collected, already collected. Already learned, already learned. Repair, and then probably want to open these up too, because we're not going to get any more of the low-level boxes. Am I the only one using my drop charm? I mean, it feels like a bit of a waste to use it immediately, but at the same time, if we're running a full set of dungeons, I'd really like to get my hands on some of those gems. Should be able to fit some of these. No, not in here. But these should fit. And then pop those. We don't need to carry that. Don't really need to carry that. Yeah, we should be good. I suppose I can turn that one in. Grab that while we're here, me as well. Oh, look at our guild contributions. What do you mean what's wrong? I just said R. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. I was the one that canceled our matching there. I'm so sorry, guys. Oops. I'll sit still. Oh, another guild member. Wow, we actually have 20 guild members. That was a lot more than I was expecting. Like, I literally put the recruit info as I'm a bad guild leader, and there's still people joining, so people have very low standards. I wonder if we had a fifth person that joined in and actually didn't want a party or something. No, that's the risk we're doing. Oh no! YouTube chat isn't working, huh? Oh, there you are! You're the rapscallion fifth member. I don't know about that. I don't know whether or not the guild will last that long because, like I said, I've got so much going on. Remember that I am actually still a moderator in the other version of the game too, so it's not like I can completely dedicate 24 hours a day to the game, and I also can't do that anyway because I have what do you call it? A full-time job starting tomorrow. I am officially going to be not unemployed again as of tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be nice to be employed. Fate, I do think there's a point because congratulations on being a functional member of society again. Thank you. A contributing member of society might be a better way of putting it. But I do think that there's a point in doing the solo instances. If you need gold, especially for fortification, because even the low-level dungeons will get you weapons that you can sell off and gold from the mobs. It's not much, but if you're like in desperate need of gold, that's probably going to be the way to do it. Wait for Nebula. I think so. Okay, now I see they're the only person in the party who's using the elementals to reduce the damage resistance on them is using ice, so I'm gonna have to be careful to use it myself. Now, we have to kind of watch out. I don't think we're at the nuking level where we won't spawn the crystals on the boss. I'm pretty sure the crystals spawn right away, but we do got to take out the crystals for our LP. It is a lot to do, which is interesting because I thought it would be the opposite. The fact that we have only 2 entrances into each instance, I thought that was going to make it so that we had a lot less to do. But you're right. It does feel like it's a lot to finish every single instance. So if you've got a limited amount of time, I'm not sure about the most efficient way to manage what you should be doing, but I think probably it's just going to be that if you need gold, you run as many equipment instances as possible. But specifically, Fate was talking about the running the solo dungeons on the low levels. Ooh, it's Haruna's turn, or does Haruna want to pass the lead to somebody else? I think our next queue should be... Oh, Rem's gonna do it again. Our next queue should be another run of that same one, though. Alright, we figured out that the person who gets stuck with the party lead is the first person to exit the dungeon. 300 LP. I got less than 5,000 LP to go. We do still have one more Candio core, though. Oh, that's right, because we had Eidolons that spawned in these dungeons. Tsubaki spawns in these dungeons in the OG server, so I guess it is questionable whether or not that's the case here. Unfortunately, we don't have a database the same way we do for the other server. And whether or not there is somebody that decides to build up and post the database is probably going to depend on how many people stick around long term. I keep trying to reuse my Nebula Vortex before its cooldown is done. I'm not used to having speed that's not capped. It's so sad. I also noticed that my wings interface here has been a little bit bugged, but we'll just go ahead and use it. Man, those Eidolon aggro taunts, they're intense. Honestly, Eidolons are the tank. Wait, we leveled up again? We have new ranks. Oh no, because we got to level 2. That's when it added the new rank. I need to rename it to something related to a time of day. I don't think there was a spawn during the last run. Fate, the guild recruit is open. I don't believe that there is a timer if you leave one. There is only if you've joined a guild, you can't enter their guild hall for 24 hours, and we don't have a guild hall, so. Thank you so much, Mark. Yeah, it's my last day before I go back to, or before I start my new job, so it's kind of like my last day of freedom. And I can't imagine any other way I'd want to spend it right now. Hello, Gwen. Well, I'm having fun. So I'm gonna say yes. But, like, how could I not be having fun? I'm finally playing a class that I technically tier is a meta Eidolon. Yeah, it doesn't appear there was a spawn there. I get the feeling that the spawns are gonna be on the, only on the higher level dungeons. Now I'm gonna sneak on over to Star Sand and grab that last quest. Now, what is the Star Color class buff in this case? Speed and move speed. Actually, how to use the Crimson Blaze Crystal from Infernal Abyss. Honestly, I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Crimson Blaze Crystal. Sinmoru, it depends what dungeon it was, because there are a couple that don't work. Which dungeon is it that you did? Nah, I don't need those. Oh, is it just the crystal for fusing the level 60 weapons? Shoot, I meant to buy a buff and then I just didn't. Yeah, Cacticara, G'day Glen. You can't get the, you can't actually beat that one because one of the targets that it asks you to kill is not actually a target that you can target, unfortunately. I actually released a video about the dungeons, and I listed the ones that are not possible. So the ones that are not possible at all are G'day Glen, and gosh, why is my brain not working now? You can't do G'day Glen. Ghost Wheat Cave, because one of the targets is just a generator for waves of miasma that are waves of poison during the second boss fight. So you can't actually target the source of the waves of poison. And then you've got Infernal Abyss, where the targets that it asks you for are not even in this game. They're from a different dungeon that's not in this game. Ryu-sama, you're not going to be able to unlock your trading until you hit level 60. Play for 28 days, or you can buy the cash shop item. But getting to level 60 is actually quite quick. So once you get to level 60, you'll get a quest to go talk to somebody about trading, and it'll give you an item that will remove the debuff on your bar that says that you're not allowed to trade. Whoop! Using that skill when he was using the knock into the sky skill was a bad choice. Honestly, I should have picked my not relaxing vibes music for running dungeons. But it definitely is a bug, Sinmaru. It's definitely not intended that you can't beat it. So I am going to be submitting a ticket. I didn't get around to it last night because I was up so late trying to get the video out, but I am going to submit a bug ticket about it, and hopefully they'll correct it to mobs that you can actually target and kill, you know? My Nebula. The cooldown is just way too long for what I'm used to from the OG server. Hello, Crudix! Thanks for stopping by! I'll probably save the release for the last boss, but I am gonna come in here with the lightning. Ooh, another St. Palehorn. Hello, Little Bears Guild! If there's anybody else from your guild watching, it's nice to have you here. Thanks so much for stopping by. What? Wait. Oh, I didn't get a chance to attack yet. Do we have anybody else we need to promote? No, not at this second. Right, release! Then hit you with the lightning and the nebula. Oh wow. Getting to level 60 with the main quest is definitely gonna be, like, required right now because there's not a ton of sources of experience outside of the main quest, but it's probably not going to be quite enough. So every time you hit like a wall, like you might hit a wall, I think twice is how many times on midday I didn't quite have enough experience to start the next section of the main quest. In that case, just head on over to your instance menu here, instance entrance, and do the dimensional halls. These ones here, these will give you a ton of experience. Nothing else, but a ton of experience, and they're quite quick. The cap level is level 60 right now. So I am cap level. Which means this is basically the end game grind right now, is getting our hands on some gold so that we can fortify up our gear. Oh, we have another guild member. Guess I gotta change afternoon here. You guys are gonna be evening. There we go. So the guild is called Evenfall, and then all the ranks are just going to be getting later into the evening. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I'm so smart and thematic. Alright, we're going in with 4. I have faith. That might have been overkill to use on just one of the void columns. Hey, what's my gear score at now anyway? 150. Now, I know I looked at my gear score just then, and it's only kind of because there was people that were starting to mandate they wanted you to have a certain number of gear score before they let you in your party, but just as a reminder, your gear score is just an indication of what you've done to your gear. So more fortification, higher gear score, but just having a high gear score doesn't necessarily mean that you've got a good set of gear. So don't get too caught up on gear score, because it also doesn't count things like your Eidolon being really well set up for your character or anything else either. I wouldn't worry too much about upgrading your low-level weapons unless you're struggling. But also, leveling up to plus 10 isn't usually that resource intensive. just, I would recommend not going past 10 because that's where it starts getting quite a bit more resource intensive. Hit you with the nebula. Somebody dropped some LP. Oh no, Arna, you're gonna want those. Yeah, someone's inventory. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Unless you're actually struggling to beat the content, maybe don't worry too much about upgrading your armor at lower levels. You're going to want to save your gold for the upper levels. That's 200 and then 650. Very nice. Someone was selling backpacks for 120 gold yesterday. I wonder if it might be a better idea to invest in a nice backpack instead of just working on fortifying up my gear. I mean, I still need to get a craftable version, or the craftable recipes for the hour or two. Woo, I did not mean to take that hit. Hit you with the nebula. Adds immobilized, but it doesn't increase debuffs. So this is just an immobilizer. It doesn't actually add any debuffs to the target, meaning that it's probably best used for avoiding carpets when you need to get behind the boss, but not when you need to stay a little bit back. Oh, Myriad, you're that's quite a bit of investment. If you're not playing multiple characters, it's probably fine if you want to go all the way to 5-star. Oh shoot, I'm supposed to release that too. Yeah, if you're going to stick with your class and you really like it, then it's probably worth going all the way to 5-star, but just keep in mind we don't know how long we're going to be stuck at 60 cap. You know, that's interesting. Everybody walked out the portal, and I was the only one left in the party, but it didn't start the timer to kick me out either. Yeah, because Navi is a single channel and there's a lot of people vibe in there, it's pretty bad. I do agree with that. My computer isn't like top of the line, but it's not too shabby, and I walk through there and I hide players, and even then it's not amazing. Ooh. That'd be nice for your collection. That's 4 points. That button. Hiding players doesn't even help sometimes? Man. I find it helps quite a bit, especially when it's super busy. Yeah, we're gonna have to grind our way up to a guild hall. It would be great if we could get it there today, but I mean, we got a decent number of people. It's just that it takes a bit of time to do the stuff that gets you the guild contributions, right? So I'm gonna have to work on that. Maybe today or tomorrow. I'll actually do the Vulture's Veil and Blizzard Bird quests after this, I suppose. I know it's a pretty good chunk. And I haven't actually done them yet, so it might be nice to see how challenging they are. There is one quest on each map, Blizzard Berg and Vulture's Veil, that was intended to be for doing as a party. So it is... I'm going to be interested to see how it is to try and fight it alone, because way, way, way back in the day when I first played the regular Order Kingdom and they added those maps, I struggled on those quests. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not the knowledge that I have brought to the table after all this time. Yeah, it's 100% true that you should definitely, if you're trying to lever your guild, you should be trying to coerce people into doing the Vulture's Veil and Blizzard Bird quests. But, I'm not going to be that kind of guild leader. I already said I'm a bad guild leader. Hello Horizon, best Eidolon for Ronin. It depends what element you want to play. What element do you want to play? Hello Zero Nim. You know, the servers for the old game actually didn't vanish. They're ongoing. I'm still playing there. I'm actually still a volunteer moderator there, even. Oh, I wonder if they nerfed the mobs that were intended to be party fights. Because I do remember, maybe I was just really, really bad, because that would have been back in, like, 2014, 2015. Man, that's a long time ago. That's freaking 10 years ago. They did, and they merged the 4 old area servers, so they're still going. And actually, the population has been pretty nice since they did the merge. I know that there was a couple, like the German server was very quiet before the merge, so they benefited the most from it. But it's been vibing there too. Yeah, you can't use the Steam launcher anymore, and if you didn't convert your account over to an X-Legend account, unfortunately with the merge, it's no longer possible. They're not providing account recovery services anymore. Oh, I should not have run up there. By the way, when I said that you can't attack the poison spewers, it's because it's those red paths that appear over there. I'm sorry, party, I was trying to show the red paths. And not contributing to the DPS. Why am I not... Oh, my skills, the cooldowns are much longer than I'm used to. We lost Rem! And we lost me. I've been having fun, but it definitely feels like there's going to be less endgame. That's the energy that I'm getting from the game right now. Less endgame because there's a limit to the number of dungeons you can run. I get the feeling that everybody inside the dungeon, as long as they hit, will get the kill even if they die. Because I swear I was not... No, I was actually first to hit there, never mind. Old game had first hit advantage, and as long as you were first to hit, as long as you were first to hit, even if you were dead, you would still get the drops. But here, I might have to do a bit of testing to see. I'm guessing that the reason why they added the automatic teleporting is because they know that that is like not everybody's favorite part of the game. As someone who has done main quest like at least 30 times over the years on my other account in the OG Order Kingdom, I'll admit, not my favorite thing. So I can see why they would try to make it a little bit faster, but it is jarring. Once you get to level 50, your teleportation buff will vanish and you'll be free to across the run across the world using your mount. Horizon weapon element is the element that you want to use as your main DPS skills. So, for example, on Ronin, you can play physical, you can play storm. There's only one storm skill, but you can play storm because it's a really good one. And then I believe it's got 2 fire skills. So those are your 3 choices for element on Tachi. Oh, if Harna didn't get the credit for the second boss, that's definitely going to be only the first hit person gets it, regardless of whether or not they live or die. Use this. That was actually probably too late for that to even be worth using. And yesterday we got a Tsubaki spawn here. It is basically a different version. The way the dungeons work is completely different. You can only enter each one twice a day, rather than having any rather than having set reset times. All right. And of course, right now we're using dungeon queuing, which is a new feature that wasn't in the old game. One of the other features that wasn't in the old game is if you come here to reset, you can actually change your main and sub-weapon freely. That being said, right now there is only 6 weapons in-game, so there's not a ton of options compared to the previous one. So I'm having a lot of fun here, especially with like how fast-paced it's been to getting the fun stuff, but I'm worried that that means that there's not going to be as much stuff left once I've finished like getting geared up here. Oh, Arithel, I think as soon as you finish the main quest, you're gonna start finding that it'll trigger less. I'm pretty confident that the more you like talk to NPCs and do like active things like running through quests and whatnot, that's kind of what triggers it. Because I've been playing for an hour and a half and have not got a single one so far. Oh, it might be a little bit rough with only 4 people, but I'm sure we can handle it if I play a bit smarter. Maybe I should buy a buff. Oh, are we gonna try recruiting again to get a 5th player? Honestly, there are so many dungeons that I don't know how many hours it would take to farm the entirety of them, and it might not be a great day to test that. Although I suppose if I take a look at the VOD here, the VOD will give us an idea of how long it takes to run through all the party dungeons, and then I can start a timer and just absolutely crash my way through all the solo dungeons, but there are so many. Like, there are so many of them. So I was basically only focusing on the ones that I thought were going to be important for me. About an hour or so for all, provided that we don't have fun with Helicar. Oh no, it's not Helicar, is it? The first guy in no, it's Morfeo that we were having fun with because the red carpets weren't matching up, so we had to back off and visually avoid the skill because it was one-shotting us. Hey there, bud. I keep forgetting to use the lightning debuff. Ram's Astria is coming in clutch here. Why everybody added as... Oh my gosh, I haven't had Aura Kingdom added as a friend this whole time. That was a complete waste. Don't forget to add people in your party as your friends because you get a little bit of extra dragon points and you get a little bit of extra experience. I mean, experience is kind of moot for us at this point since we're all level 60, but once the next cap is up. Yeah, especially like the gold materials because they're also like there's so many different variants of them from every dungeon. But I would still recommend not getting rid of them because you're gonna want all those accessories, even the ones that you're not using, to throw inside your archive because the gold accessories give you 4 points for your archive. At least, that's what I'm planning on doing. Okay, I think you are gonna be worth it, my release. Oh, Goth Becca is doing so much damage. They're stealing all of the aggro, but then they can't quite handle it. Hang in there, Goth Becca. You're too powerful for your own good. Oh, should be good there, though. Nobody died. And who knows, maybe... I still gotta wait 30 seconds for my wings to reset, and then I can start building it up again, so I probably won't get a chance to use the wings on the last boss here, but we should be okay. Yeah, some of these, the floating cannon's burst ability for the elements. Very long cooldown, even on main class. So I think for floating cannon especially, you want to do your best to get as much speed as you possibly can. Oh, I can use these guys to build up some stacks. Now... Oh my gosh, it's not? Oh, that's the worst. Why'd you crush me twice? Well, then I guess we just gotta wait for our 100% move speed buff to be gone, and then you'll have, and then you'll be able to use it twice in the same dungeon because we'll be so slow moving around bosses. That's terrible advice, I'm sorry. Yes, the cap for speed is 50%. And overcap speed is supposed to give you access to an extra zeal, but if I remember correctly, that's only after awakening in the other server, so that may not be a thing just yet on our server. Yeah, I'm not going to need to use our burst here, so I'm just going to stick with the cannon. Oh, look at all these points. What the heck. Change it up a bit. Throw it in pit. Let Rem exit first so I don't have to be party leader. Alright, I'm just gonna... I was gonna say I'm gonna take 5 to get a coffee, but I think not. I think we should push through the last couple dungeons here and... Oh, I forgot to turn in Candio. I think we should push through the last couple dungeons before I go refill my coffee. What's our guild doing? 745 out of 1500. That's fine if there's a random person in the queue. I had the Alucard's Allegiance mount. Aritho, I had the same mount, but I rolled it with the level 4 storm skill damage, so I ended up using it on my Whipmaster, which is a cool dude on the OG server, and like honestly, whatever. Just if they can't appreciate the coolness of Alucard, then that's their problem. LP store. Eidolons. No, not there. I want traveler items. Other in... No. Costumes, enchantment cards, because for some reason it's in the enchantment cards. I just want it. I just want it. What can I say? I want it so bad. It's super cool. Oh, that's right. I'm out of potions. I completely forgot about that. Alright, we got 3 stellars, a floating cannon, and a chib. Cooldowns. They actually made a succubus mount as well, with succubus's pillow. So they made one for the guys and one for the gals. Did you guys see the freaking scorpion gaming chair? I know my party is about to walk into a ridiculously challenging boss, but oh my gosh, if you guys haven't seen the scorpion gaming chair, you need to look at it now. Costumes. Enchantment cards. Where is it? Where is it? Scorpion gaming chair. Like, oh my freaking gosh! There's a switch on the table. There's 3 screens. Just yes. But yeah, no, I used my in-game. Nobody was able to tell that it was me because I was using a character that, or at least if you didn't know it was me, it would look like a dude being carried by Alucard. But yeah, I used it on my guy character in the other server all the time. I'm gonna hit you with the bonk. And then we're gonna release because I hate you, Helicar. Probably need to heal a bit. Hey, we have to watch the targets because they don't match the carpets. But yeah, now that we know what we're doing, he is much less of a threat. It's just you gotta watch out for those freaking carpets. They're lying. Hello, Vitor. And hopefully I'll have my dragon wings back by the... Oh, I should... No way I won't have them back for the last boss. Yeah, so when... It was Helicar, sorry. I thought, for some reason, I was thinking about in solo mode where Murpheo was the first boss. But basically, the carpet shows, I think, someone he's targeting at the spot that they're at when he starts the target. Then he follows that person and the other ones all kind of move accordingly. That's the gist I'm getting based on how it doesn't match the carpets once he actually fires. So my strategy has been, once you see that the radial thingy or radial skill thingy, all you got to do is just back up and be careful and watch the targets physically, because they're slow enough that you can actually avoid them, right? They're not so fast that you literally can't avoid it once he fires it. Oh yeah, we got our wings back, no sweat. So we're gonna run in there, we're gonna target the boss, do a little bit of damage, wait for the sand crystals, and then we're gonna kill the sand crystals, which I can actually help on today because I'm ranged. Then we're gonna reset the boss, and ignore the sand crystals and just fight. Because we've only got about a minute before he uses the HP recovery skill. We don't really want to overlap the trying to target the sand crystals with losing time and then possibly having to basically reset anyway. I think our DPS is fine. This Black Mad Rabbit dude is definitely helping. Quite a bit. We got a strong party though. We're awesome. Throw some accuracy on there, why not? Alright, we're just gonna fight him a bit. Get the sand crystals up. Whoa, yeah, those are pretty darn tanky, huh? Oh, it despawned. I only got one. Yeah, I agree. I wish the Stellar Liberation would save your settings too, because when you're, even if you deactivate some of them, sometimes, like, I think it's Navia will reset it. Is this guy wearing the cool outfit? Oh, yeah, he's wearing the cool outfit. Oh, geez, Tyr, I'm sorry about your face. Yeah! Alright. One more crystal, then reset, then nuke. Alright, this one. Yeah, they're, tough. Oh, we got it. Back off. You all alive? Yeah, we're all alive. Awesome. Perfect. Oh, okay, so these are the no core crystals that, or no core AoEs that somebody else saw that they were freaking out because they couldn't actually target them. But yeah, I think that's just like a shadow of the old ones that were in here, like a visual effect left over. You're gonna have to wait until he actually spawns the real ones before you can kill them for the LP. There we go. That's an inventory issue. Anything new? Nope. Quickly solos off to an NPC. Oh, I kind of hope that guy queues again with us. I do need that. Oh, and costume boxes. These should be archivable, but they're not. 1, 3, 4. Oh, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 800 from one box. Oh, we're so freaking close. I need less than or slightly over 2,000 to get to my, my guy. Well, the benefit of me being able to freely change does mean that you're not gonna, like, have to start again. But it does kind of suck that you're not enjoying the class. I really like it because of its giant AoEs. You might like it better once they fix the, triple patrol. Unless that's not even a thing. Well, we lost Aura Kingdom. Oh, because he's still in the temple. No! Oh. It was a Serena spawn and I ran out. Big sad. Big sad. Well, hopefully, Aura Kingdom's able to beat him alone. Wait. Uh-oh. Why is Plinko here? Hello, Isaac. Ignore whatever Plinko's about to say. Oh. Wait, what? What do you mean my name has an I in it? Well, I don't know if this is, like, something a lot of people know about. But my real name is out there. You can find it. Did I... There's 7 people in queue. Are we the trendsetters? Wait. What's a fax machine got to do with anything? Who even uses fax machines in the year 2025? Nyanko Gaming, I'm sorry to say that Wizard is the one class that I have not played yet. So, I don't know if it's possible to get it to 1 second or less, but you should be able to get it quite low by using... Oh, someone was talking about it in the Discord this morning. Is there a, was there a secret stone that was able to, reduce it further? I think? Well, they were talking about increasing the range and decreasing the cooldown. Oh, they got the, they got a Serena. Check your auto. So cute. Honestly, I don't feel like that was very good information though, because it wasn't a proper answer. I am planning on giving the wizard a try off the stream. But today is my last day of no-lifing because my my new job starts tomorrow. Very exciting though. Super excited about having a job again. Hey, look at that. We got ourselves a 5th. And I know that for some people it might be a little bit nerve-wracking to not be able to choose your party for these upper-end dungeons. We've got a good base with our 4 here. This Fate Odin is actually another guild member too, so even if they were going to try and grief us by quitting, just by having a friend that we trust at least in our queue with us, we're not going to end up being kicked out by everybody or somebody quitting, right? So many people online, and it's only a level 2 online buff. I think it was 5 people online last night got us the level 1 buff, so I wonder what the online buff requirements are. Oh, but that's really nice. And I'm completely distracted by that and not doing a good job of actually fighting. Alright guys, we know what to do. I probably shouldn't have used that. I don't know why I used that. Alright, so we watch for the radial carpets, and then we physically dodge them rather than relying on the carpet location. Ah, we lost a couple people. But it's okay. We know what we're doing now. We are professionals. You're gonna take some more accuracy, why not? So originally, like in the first couple of days, people were worried that we needed we needed tanks. Despite the fact that they haven't really given us a class that's very well suited to being a tank. I thought Duelist might be, but they don't really have a lot of like damage reduction ability either. I think the only one that's got a shield that I've seen so far would be the floating cannon, because they've got the one shield skill, but that's not enough to be a tank. I think we call them carpets just because they're on the ground. Is that not what they're called in other games? They don't call them carpets? You know, frankly, jump casting when I'm playing a ranged class like this is basically moot. But it does keep me immobile, so I'm not getting rooted while using any skills. No sweat. No sweat. Easy win. And somebody's inventory is full. There's already rumors that another class is coming out next week and it's barred. That I don't want to say no, but that feels like it would be a very odd choice that they would make us all suffer for the first week. And then drop the Bard subclass next week. That would be very, very odd. But then again, I am a bit worried about the fact that we don't really have a lot to do besides grind out our dungeons and gear. So once your gear is perfect, it's not necessarily that incentivizing to keep running the dungeons, right? So maybe they will start dropping classes quite quickly so that you have like an incentive to build up another weapon, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll have to see. Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I don't think you should spend any money in a game that's like fresh on the release, right? Because you don't know. Maybe I'm just too maybe I'm too idealistic, but because I'm not spending any money, that literally doesn't even cross my mind in Lich. I'm just so I'm just so detached from the idea of spending money. I keep saying don't spend money. Spawn some crystals, bud. That's what I'm talking about. Whoop. Oh, they got me. But we got the crystals. I do miss Ravager. I suspect they would steal or they would take away the lifesteal, though. That's just the reason why I don't think they would drop Bard right away. If they were gonna drop Guardian, I'd be like, yeah, let's go. We need a Guardian. We want a tank class now that everybody's got enough DPS. We'll bring in a tank class and they can take all the heat while we finish off the DPS, right? But I wonder if they would take away, like, Roar? Probably. They would probably take away Roar's ability to share drops. Probably. I don't know. 300, 750! Oh, I need like 2,000 more. A little under 2,000 more for my Alucard mount. Alright. And use that. And hit you with the nebula. Ooh, probably don't want to get in that. And I was pretty close to standing right on top of the portal there, too. We have a Serena! We have another Serena spawn! Um... Oh, shoot! She's squishy. Compared to the other boss, she is squishy. I want them to release Warbow. The revised Warbow. has extremely low AoE, but a lot of really great debuffs. So I would love for them to release Warbow. And then I would take Lena and throw them on that dark AoE skill, the one with the teeny AoE that increases the skill range by 1 meter. And I would do ridiculous damage. Oh, I'm the lead now. Oh, after all that time I got to spend leading back and letting somebody else to do the hard work of actually queuing. How much gold did we get? Yeah, I got somewhere in the range of probably 220G after I finished doing all my, selling off all the crap in my inventory. Oh. Friends? Do we have anybody else that I need to promote? No, everybody's evening. Everybody's evening. Store? There's a store over here. I only got one level 60, Captain Awesome, you'll get slightly more gold. You'll get slightly more gold if you open them first. So I would recommend opening them. And the other thing, of course, is if you get like a level 60 weapon that is a like actually good for somebody to use to craft their real weapon, like their usable weapon, you might want to sell that in the auction house and get a little bit more out of them. So just watch out for that. But I only got like one level 60 weapon box out of that. And yeah, Starcaller weapon, not going to be worth anything. So the level 60 special weapon boxes require a recipe that's only available in the Sky Tower, so the fact that we don't have Sky Tower means that it's not going to be worth anything in the auction house. Yeah, the same thing here. It's a bug. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be your daily 1 treasure charm present. But after you take it, and then you change map, it looks like it just puts the 1 on there again. Or we can be cynical and say that it's trying to get you to open the item mall more. Let's open his ult. I should probably buy another backpack off of another player. I think somebody was selling for like 120G or something last night. I should probably drop that in the auction house because there could be somebody that wants it. I think I did better for LP yesterday, but it is a bit RNG. I think I did like 5K or so. I'd have to check the beginning of the live stream. No, summon contracts should not be the Holy Spirit slot. That was a different type of gear. In the other version of the game, thus the contracts were just spawned like pets. Hero emblems? Actually, that's a good question. How do we get hero emblems now? Because before, you got hero emblems by linking your starter Eidolon, but those have been replaced by the key fragments for those Eidolons. Dang, how do you get hero emblems right now? Do you still need them to fuse these? Yeah, I'm gonna suggest you yeah, it's the it says linking your first Eidolon to Gaia, but that's not valid anymore because the linking doesn't give them to you anymore. I don't know how you're gonna get those. If this is what you want them for, don't. Just there's an NPC inside a guild hall that will allow you to fuse them. No, hero emblems were in the former version of the game. It was you could use it to upgrade your starter Eidolons, but since that's not a thing anymore, I don't think there's a way to get them as far as I'm aware right now. You guys are bragging about how much LP you got. I think I got the least, but that's okay, because yesterday I got a frick ton. Just stow all that away. Maybe I'll be able to craft a couple more of those today. Alright, let's head over to Vulture's Vale and Blizzardburg. Holy Spirit was a type of gear that you could only equip starting at level 90 in the previous game, so I'm not expecting to see anything in there for a while. And then your emblem down here you can buy in Navia. But I said we were going to go do Vulture's Vale and Blizzardburg since we haven't before, so let's knock them out of the park, make sure everything's the same as it used to be. Take a little more accuracy. I remember on the other server, it's just express condolences. You could, on the other server, you could sneak in a second one. Yeah, I was able to sneak in a second one on the same NPC there. They're gonna throw up, so they want a bucket. The landland medals are for the thing in Navia. I suppose I could show you that if you give me a moment to go grab mine. Guild experience. I keep looking at the guild experience points. Alright, where are all my medals? Where are they? Oh, here they are. Kill, Miola, Dimensional Hall. Ah, I need to go do one gathering. Alright, so this is actually the one that seems to be tripping up people the most, is because they don't stumble across it accidentally, but you have to come down here to the daily gathering and check the things that you have to gather for the day to get the gathering token. Crescent Hill, Small Bird's Nest? That seems fine. Crescent Hill. And then the bird's nests are kind of around here. There we go, that's 3, and then I'll get a medal in the mail and 25 LP. And once you got all your medals, I don't know why they don't convert to DP, but you probably shouldn't convert them anyway. I did notice that you can't, they won't actually let you use them. Maybe they decided that dragon points for the LP conversion was a little bit too lucrative, so they removed that ability to convert them. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm not sure why they weren't converting to dragon points. Sorry, I just got distracted by a message on Discord. I appreciate the hidden players. Anyway, you're gonna take all your medals, one of each. I've been getting a bunch of these from dungeons, so I've got plenty of them. And you're gonna come over to the path to the cozy cat den. And once inside, you're gonna talk to Cece here. So these 4 challenges that Cece has are just to hand her the medals. That's what they're for. And if you turn them in, you'll get a chest. And in that chest, you've got a chance for LP. The experience thingies, you mean like the experience food crystals? I would say worry about getting 5 Eidolons to level 60 for the resonance. start with that. Start with 5 Eidolons you like, throw them in there for the resonance, and then you can worry, like, you don't have to really worry that much, because I don't think there's a circumstance where you need to have more than, like right now, it doesn't appear that the Eidolon infusion requires the Eidolons to be leveled up, so this should be plenty for you to have, like, the amount that you get from just playing the game, the slots here, should be enough for you to be able to, like, comfortably just have the Eidolons at level 60, and not worry about the other ones. It does take 24 hours to refresh one of these slots, though, so if you remove an Eidolon here, the slot will become locked for 24 hours, and you need 20 gold to clear it immediately, or you can just let it wait 24 hours. That's so that you can't just, like, never, like, just always have a different Eidolon there. Oh, I see, one of the items doesn't actually count. That's what it is. Alright, then we're gonna praise land cat. Pick up another coin. Alright, and in these boxes we've got chances at the costumes. Quite low chances. And a pretty good chance of getting 50 LP. Alright, and then these 6 coins that I've got left over. If you talk to CC, there is an exchange for those items that are in the box anyway. So if you were super invested in getting your hands on one of these casual t-shirt outfits, they're just available here as a guaranteed exchange. You get, what, 6 per day, and it takes 24 to get one of the orange tier ones. You can't actually dye these, if you notice. They don't say dyeable on them. But if you want the orange tier one for the 2% stats, you can get 24 in what? 6 times 4 is not... Is 6 times 4 24? I think I need another cup of coffee. Six times 6 is 36. So 6 times 4 being 24 makes sense. 6 times 5 would be... Yeah, I'm good at math. And that's why I'm adding another cup of coffee to my table. I am going to take 5 here, because I bought a... Link, what Eidolon are you speaking about? I'll go ahead and leave this instance. Head back to Vulture's Vale. Kaiser Zeta was available relatively early on in the dungeons, but it wasn't level 60. And the other thing is that it's not just cash store. If you want to farm up some LP, you can come over here. He should be in here. Is he actually not in here? Wow, do they really have one Eidolon that's not in here? I mean, key fragments are. Am I blind? Cecila, Hansel, Kusanagi, Alucard, Beeldor. Oh no, here he is. He's literally on the first page. Still available in the LP store, so you can totally still get Kaiser Zeta without cashing up, if you want to. And I get it, because the very first thing I bought with my LP was my tier key of Gaia. I did not even look to see if he was good Eidolon. I just wanted him, so I went and I got it. So it is not a bad idea to use your LP to pick up Eidolons. Alright, time to run through the lag zone. Boots the Devourer. Oh, technically I need that. But I'll pass. I think you might be able to get more money from somebody else. Yeah, I was in Vulture's Vale. Alright, I'm just gonna take 5 as a treat to myself for my last day of being unemployed. I did buy a nice thing of iced coffee rather than preparing it myself, just so it'd be a little bit easier on me today. So I'm gonna go fill up my cup with some iced coffee. Give Stella a pat from everybody. I'm assuming that everybody wants me to give Stella a pat, who's the most lovely, beautiful little lady. Yes, you do need to farm LP. Anyway, I'll be back in like 5, so I'll turn up the music a bit, because I know when I was checking the VOD yesterday, I realized the music was so quiet because I've got so much quiet stuff that you can barely hear it, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I'll be back in a minute. have returned. Oh, I see the music got real creepy while I was gone. Sorry about that. Oh, and we have a guild member. Guess we can promote them. Alright, so I said we were gonna goof around with the quests here. Oh, good luck with your fortification. All 200 gold gone in 5 minutes, right? Yeah, this one says that it's a team quest, but it should be fine. Alright, so. Let's... Let's not be so dismal with the music. Hold on a second. Oh, my bad. Oh, this is Stella. She's lovely. I'll take them off, you guys, so you can actually see what's happening again. My bad. My bad. Oh no, you forgot your pet. I would never forget Stella. Anyway, slightly more energetic music so that it's not as sleepy. Right. What was the way that I used to do this that was like most path efficient? Okay, yeah, so see, now that I'm like sitting here on the field map and killing monsters and doing quests, that's when it starts hitting you with the bot tests. Listen, Lousy, I'm not actually an anti-raccoon. I think they're quite cute. It's the fish that I had a problem with. For Dark, maybe I'm biased because I like the cool dudes, but I think probably should just go for Alucard. This might be a little too intense for what we're doing anyway, but... Oh, I still need 2 more. I'm not very good at balancing the audio, especially since every time I have to turn off the stream, I have to manually put all the sliders down to 0 because maybe I'm bad at this live streaming thing. So, audio balancing, I'm sorry, I'm just bad at it right now. I looked into what it would take to, like, get physical audio sliders, which might be a little easier for me to, like, have a note on them for where I want each one to be at, so I could properly, like, not be different every single time. But they were expensive. And then I found somebody that, like, you could build your own. And it was still pretty expensive. Oh no, Lousy, unfortunately, I've got a cup of coffee right here, and you're not gonna be able to do anything about it. I just realized I'm adding another one too. You think you can stop me when I've literally got a cup of coffee on my head? Yeah, you're right there balancing on the edge of my table. They know... I've said it again, like, every day, but the no verticality on the glide really does throw me off. We gotta be careful here, because if you aggro a boss or a mob, and then that mob is in combat with one of the NPCs, you'll get stuck in combat and not able to double jump. We'll take out you two. Alright, this is the part that I get worried about, is getting caught in combat over here, because you weren't able to use this guy onto your little pike here if you're in combat. So I know, Lousy, you very kindly sent me some assets for better tables, but unfortunately I think they were a little bit too ornate for the janky look I've got going on here. And yes, Rain, this is the Weight of Life from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. But I just put it on a slightly more upbeat playlist. This is the playlist I have called High Energy. The other one is called Cool Vibes. And like that is the way that generally we were building in the previous version of the game, so that's the logic that I'm using to try to decide how I want to build, because rather than trying to split all of your resources across a couple elements, it's much more viable to focus on one, especially in really late game where if I look at my stats, sometimes I'll have like negative 40% elemental damage for the elements that I didn't build, and the ones that I did build, I would still be somewhere in like the plus 100. Right? Like there's so much damage reduction that you have to kind of lean straight into only one element. Oh shoot, no, I was supposed to talk to Tanner and Dowlin first. Counterattack. I don't think I've got that in this playlist, but I can add it. Hold on a second. Counterattack. Counterattack is now in the high energy livestream playlist. Oh wow, you're right here in front of me saying you're gonna play a lightning class and not use tier? Well, I mean, that's a choice. That's a choice. Right, then we're gonna head over here. I'm not actually gonna throw any shade if you just really like the look of Kusanagi, because she looks super cool. I actually really like her design as well. Right, then we're gonna jump up here, I think was next. Yeah. Oh, did they block this? So you can't... Oh, no, it's just that spot has the thing above it. So if you come over here, you can jump up the hill. Oh, 3-star Kusanagi looks sick. Hold on. We can take a look at 3-star Kusanagi right here. She's beautiful! Oh, that's the gossip costume. It's fine, but she's beautiful. Yeah, I did see that. But because I generally hide my wings anyway, I'm just sticking with the cross. I know, it looks super cool. I've seen a lot of people using it, and rightfully so because it's so cool. But generally, I don't usually keep my back costume visible, so there's not really any reason to switch off of this, off of the free cross that we got, because it's got the 2% all stats anyway. Whoop. Which flag do we get? Actually, maybe this is a good time to check whether or not that still works. So there was a thing you could do to check the combat version of items in the preview. Actually, I didn't look at all these. That's beautiful. Oh, that's pretty as heck. Doesn't go with my outfit, but it's still pretty. Anyway, where are the King Yohime! That's the one that I was using on my Stellar Saphir. I thought they're probably just going to be the LP store or the cash shop right now, so that's going to be another thing you're going to have to grind for. Where are the Kusanagi wings? Oh, here we are. So, in the other version of the game, you could just preview another item and it would open them. Oh no, it got rid of it, so that doesn't work anymore. Whoop! Dying. Good thing I actually don't have any potions left, because otherwise I would have just been losing them. Alright, you guys are happy here. And that should finish off this quest. And we're gonna come up here to start the next one. Alright. Yep. For this quest, you just need to cross the map while you've still got the buff here. So if you take too long along the ground, you won't be able to make it. Is what they intended, I guess. Now, it was this guy that took me quite a while to beat on my OG character way back in the day. But, yeah, no, we're fine. Actually, that wasn't even the right target. I'm just waiting for Nebula. Yeah, he's a bit tanky. Just tankier than the regular mobs on the field. This is a good one too. I love this jazzy music. Are we halfway? Do we have damage and speed core for armors and trophies? I actually don't know. I haven't had a chance to really look at all the cores yet because I've been too busy fortifying to spend money or spend gold on that. Probably a good idea to check, huh? Damage and speed would probably be ideal, huh? Throw that down in the middle of the crowd. That should handle that. Wait, did it not? That wasn't enough? I mean, these guys are, so there is damage speed. Okay, good to know. I'm not sure I'm gonna spend that much effort min-maxing on my cores right now, though. Accuracy makes you hit targets. So, I don't know whether or not, I've put a couple points in there just because I remember seeing when I was on Duelist and trying to fight what's-his-face, that Talaman at the end of that last dungeon we did. I remember seeing that I was actually missing quite a bit. So I'm gonna say, rather than getting into the minutia of how accuracy works, because I remember reading somebody explaining the full details of how accuracy works and just got like, even I glazed over like, yeah, more accuracy, hit more is enough for me. If you notice that you're using skills and they're just missing, you need more accuracy. I'm sorry, that's probably not very helpful. In the previous version of the game, one of the good sources we had for accuracy was secret stones, but you kind of cheesed the rolling by just buying them from the NPC until you got one that had some accuracy on it. But, they don't come preloaded with stats anymore. You have to actually buy the reshovels. Crit speed. That could be nice too. I think crit speed and damage speed are probably going to be your ideal ones. Are there move speed cores for armor still? I mean, right now everybody's got plenty of move speed, so nobody's thinking about it. But I wonder if there are really good move speed cores. Can't they? Refinement, secret stone, water, first and second. Yeah, in the old Aura Kingdom, there was a threshold, and once you reached higher levels, you actually needed quite a bit of it. I think around Awakening, you probably wanted like 40 to 50% accuracy, otherwise you weren't going to be hitting anything. But it's the actual calculation taking into account the enemy's evasion and level and blah blah blah, like, spare me. If I'm not hitting, I'll add more accuracy. Are you QV? There's only antelope for weapons, gotcha. So no move speed on your armor, interesting. Wonder if I need to go get Lind to do, Oh yeah, I've got a loot and experience core in my warehouse. I wasn't sure what to do with it because I wasn't sure who would want it. Like, I wasn't sure if it was going to be something that everybody was going to be crazy about, or if it was going to be something that it would be like the... couldn't sell it for what it costs to craft. Don't use heal stat things. Any skill that's got a number listed in the bottom portion, heal percent does not affect that. So the only two heal skills that we have right now are Rejuvenating Prayer, which is 230 at my level, it's 230 HP plus 1%. That's not going to be affected by heal percent. Heal percent only affects heals that are based on your damage output, and unfortunately, none of the classes we have right now have that. So that would be like, see how it says skill damage here? Skill damage 131,909, 131,909. That is the kind of skill damage, or that's skill damage that's affected by your damage. There are heals that are similar, like Kotono has. Let me scroll down and get you. Take a look at her. What's going on in my mail? Eidolon skills here. See how her healing is listed in the same spot that damage is on my other skills? This is a heal that is affected by damage. So her damage being increased means that this heal will improve in the amount that it heals. So right now the healing stat is useless. What on earth happened here? Oh, you just sent me a whole bunch of cores. I don't know why you sent those to me. Can I return them all? No, I have to return them one by one. Oh, damage and speed increase. That's the one. Swift. What, were you trying to just get them out of your inventory? Oh, these are going to be oddities. Right, this one next. $880. Yeah, the healing percent right now isn't going to affect anything that's like a heal over time. And there is another stat, I don't remember offhand if any like equipment in the game has it, but the previous game did. An effect on a trophy that was called Healing Potency. I tested that to hell and back, and I could not find anything that it actually improved. It didn't improve dots, it didn't improve anything. Unfortunately, no, you cannot change the core on your armor, you would have to recraft it. But if you do recraft it, you can very easily just use your old one to star your new one, right? Flying horse coming through. You can tell I've done that a couple times, eh? Yeah, right now I don't think with the low amount of like total stats we have that the percentages are that important. Oh, just when you're gliding, you can hit Shift R to get on your mount. More move speed. I don't know why I'm punching him when I have a cannon. What do you mean, the heck? That's the normal, Yeah, I know, give us back altitude gain. I'll complain about that till the dogs come home, but yeah, just Shift R and you'll be on your mount, and combine all your move speed buffs. Woohoo! No, I don't think there is a starter guide beside the one that I made, with the about choosing your class because I figured that was the only really important thing for starting the game there, Big and Juicy. Also, hello. Crocodile organs. Wait, oh, there we are. I'm pretty sure you can rebind it. I'll check after I finish this quest because I gotta read the screen. Lizard saliva is the big tall one. And lastly, crystal fragment. Alright, done this one now then. System settings, key bindings. Yeah, you can change the binding, but I'm used to Shift R, so I'm not gonna change it. Oh. Yeah, so it's right there, system settings, keybinds, very bottom of the first category, or sorry, second category. Interface, character, bottom right. Happy switching. I don't think the old server resources are necessarily going to apply, just because there's a lot of things that have been changed. Like, for example, a lot of the classes don't quite operate identically, and the Envoy paths have had the nodes adjusted, so some of the ones that were like absolute must-haves on the previous server are no longer. Just as a really solid example. Oh, hey, look, it's Minasu! And just as a really solid example, Starlight Claw and Rainbow Star here are both related to the stat called Pen. We do not have any mobs that have pen shields right now, so these are completely useless. There's zero reason to take these at current state. Anyway, this person is one of my friends. Right? They're on my friends list? Yes. Anyway, back to the grind. I'm not gonna let them distract me from getting my guild leveled up. Honestly though, most of the content is not that hard right now. All you gotta do is work your way through main quest. Shouldn't have too much difficulty with the solo dungeons. You don't really need to fortify your equipment that much. Although again, sometimes it's really hard for me to understand what it is that people are running into challenges with, because like I said, there's a lot of things that are similar to the version from before, so I've got 10 plus years of experience with the game, even though it just came out. But it does make it hard for me to really fully understand the way that a new player sees the game. Yes, physical Ronin is viable. Physical is a lot more viable in this game than it is in the previous one, because the previous game was missing a lot of things for physical elements. So the first thing you're going to want to do if you want to play physical Ronin is you're going to get your hands on a physical element weapon. You're looking for the fist icon on your weapon. It's called Violent. You see how mine has the lightning bolt on there? You want one with the fist. As for Eidolon, honestly, I kind of feel like you might want to go for Alina. I looked through and I didn't see any that had physical stars already, so I feel like you might want to go for Alina, because she's got damage, which is always nice, but then also on her second skill here, she's got the takes 8% more damage, and that's a really good buff on the old server, because it doesn't overlap with the defense reduction. It's just take more damage, right? Ooh, we getting there. We're gonna need a couple more people to help if we want to get the guild leveled up to 3 today. I don't think it's going to happen in while we're live here because we are kind of approaching the 3-hour mark, which is basically when I usually want to call it for the day. But I'll finish off the Blizzard Bird quests and then we'll call it. 6, 3, 2, 7. Hey, so you saw that entire time we were dungeoning, I didn't get any, and then as soon as I start doing quests, I start getting a bunch. So it definitely seems like you probably won't get them while you're. Yes, it's a blue quests in Blizzardburg and Vulture's Vale, and then the back to dungeon quests on every map. Those ones, only the back to dungeon ones give guild points, and then the Mirabelle quests. Daniel, I compared it, and the difference between 20% speed and 40% speed was about 6 frames per tick, so it's not a ton, which is why I'm not sure at our current level whether or not capping out speed is better in terms of the dots, or if it's just going to be for the skill cooldowns, because you want to focus on the skill cooldowns for the skills that you're doing the most damage with, right? You want to be able to use those as much as possible. And you already saw me being getting frustrated by my Nebula not resetting as fast as I'm used to on the old server. Sorry, just whispering a friend here. Yep. Shoot, did that work? I think that worked. Well, if it works, it works. 8% speed to cap. But you were using the whatchamacallem, the critical damage trophies, right? Like, or accessories here. Perhaps, but then you don't want to really drop your crit damage either. Might just have to wait and get, might just have to wait and wait for the content to go a little bit higher. Oh, food. Yeah, completely forgot about food. Oh shoot, this is when we have to go a little bit slower, it won't count them all. Yes, we're lighting people on fire. Don't worry, they're fine. And again, I put it on the high energy playlist because I felt the other one was a little bit too quiet for the feeling, but now I'm wondering if this is completely inappropriate as well. I like the vibe though. Come over here. Oh, we need one more. And I'm just gonna free farm the crystals that I need for the next one. May as well. Do I need 6? Probably 6. Yeah, I love this song. It's beautiful. Oh, it was only 5. When I looked through, I didn't see any that were only in fragments, but I wasn't looking too closely. Hey, look at that, we're done. You miss not getting that extra verticality. Let me take a look, because I had the same issue with Kaiser Zeta that I was just having a blind moment. You are. Kusanagi, second page, second or first column, second in line. Oh yeah. I just realized that I didn't have my phone plugged in this whole time, so it's about to die. I get it. Because literally me, I grabbed glasses. Niekto? Oh, this is what people have been posting about, that the NPCs for this this part are messed up. You're supposed to tell one of them that they suck and then kill their robot so that they get along better. Somehow. Now, for a little while, this quest was broken on the other server, but I haven't seen anyone complain about it. So it should be fine. The key is to find some ice spots that are so close together you get two in one dig. There we go. Alright. And the key on this one is being a robot sucks. I choose not to. Except that my my nebula cooldown. There we go. And then the fastest way back is back to the teleporter. Again, I gathered them all up expecting to use Nebula, and it's not done cooling down. I'll get used to it, I'm sure. Am I getting mastery experience from these guys? Yeah. It's not, at least I'm not getting nothing. Unfortunately, those last NPCs do kind of trap you in combat sometimes, so you gotta be careful. I think I bit off more than I could chew here. Right away! I don't even have any potions. Somebody else fighting here? Oh, it's Mizu again. And another one of the little guys. And we're out of here. And that's where the world boss spawns, if we had a world boss. But it doesn't seem like we do. I feel like if we did, somebody would have found them. The other server's rules for spawn were every 4 hours, there's a 50% chance for them to spawn on each channel, approximately. So, if there was goats, I feel like we'd know by now. And last one is the bleak skeletons. Yeah, but like, maybe take a moment here and say, Alex looks really cool. It's not just because he's got glasses, okay? But I think he's my favorite knight in terms of the design. Alright, get out of here. I beat it. I'm gonna die. Let's get out. Done. Oh, I was gonna say perfect timing on the music, but then one of the tracks that I really, really like comes on. I do think we are gonna call it here for the stream for today. That's the 3-hour-ish mark, which is where I like to stop. Because I could probably take Stella for a walk. I'm sure she would really appreciate going out right now. Do these have a chance for double? Yeah, they do still have a chance for double. I wonder how much of it is the same rates as on the other server. Now, these chests here that we can't use. You fuse them into a guy that you can summon at the guild hall that gives you a chance to get that lion mount that you see a lot of people running around on. But they've for some reason locked it at level 70, so we're just gonna have to hoard those for a while. As for these emblems, they should be used for exchanging for masteries. Let's just quickly come into here and double check that. Stellar Sphere masteries. Oh, not those ones apparently. Attack masteries? Oh, there's a Sky Tower. Spectacle? Did they take away everything that we use those for? Because it was for masteries on the previous version, but I guess it's not. I'll have to look and figure out what they're actually good for then. With that being said, I am going to call it for today, and this is the last day of my being unemployed, so thank you so much for being there. Guild tokens. Special skills as guild tokens. Interesting. Anyway, distracted again. Thanks so much for being here with me for this week. It's been, I was really nervous about whether or not I was making the right decision leaving my job of 10 years to switch to one where I'm starting again from zero. But I feel a lot more optimistic about it, and not just because we had a really great week. A lot of other stuff happened this week that was pretty crazy, but yeah, no, just unfortunately not going to be having the same schedule for streaming next week. But I'm going to try my best to actually get up a proper streaming schedule once I figure out what my new job is going to be like in terms of how exhausted I am when I get home. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for everybody that joined in here. Thanks for joining me on this experiment, and I'll let you know how Wizard is once I've given it its fair shake, either tonight or tomorrow. 100% rain, but it's going to be later in the day, because right now it's the middle of the day where I would be working if it was a weekday. So, catch you guys next time. Don't feel shy saying hi in Discord, and if you're in the guild, please run the guild quests so that we can get a guild hall. So, bye! Oh gosh. As usual, I'm miserable at ending streams, so I'm just gonna end. Wait. The song's almost over. I'll let the song end. There.